President Trump calls them illegals. However, how can they be illegals, as President Trump calls them, and be essential at the same time? Should we provide them legal relief? Should we legalize them in this country?
Well, I happen to believe, as I'm sure you know, that we must move as quickly as we can to provide legal status to the undocumented in this country. And I know that LULAC is fighting hard, as many of us in Congress are, for comprehensive immigration reform and a path toward citizenship. But if this crisis, Jorge, has told us anything, it's that some of the most essential people in this country, the people who are working in our farms, the people who are producing the food that we need, the people who are working in our grocery stores, who are driving our buses, these are often Latino, these are often other minorities, these are sometimes undocumented people. And to continue to attack these people, to demonize these people, is an outrage, and we must move toward the legalization of the undocumented as quickly as we possibly can.
And is it realistic? I know that many Democrats want immigration reform, many Republicans want immigration reform, but is it realistic to ask for immigration reform in a time of pandemic?
Of course it is. Jorge, first of all, thank you and LULAC for sponsoring this discussion. First of all, we cannot ever count on Donald Trump to characterize anything correctly or accurately. So I will not discuss what he says, because as far as I'm concerned, he lies, he misrepresents, he deflects, and he is not a trusted source of information. What we have been seeing in this country before the pandemic, it's been highlighted during the pandemic, is that essential workers are disproportionately people of color. Millions of undocumented immigrants are essential workers, to your point, whether they are in meat packing companies, whether they are farm workers who I work closely with, whether they're working in restaurants or hotels. And part of the concern I have here, I mean, the short answer is yes, they should be granted legalization and be put on a path towards status and document status and citizenship. But the problem I have also is that the way this administration has been addressing and handling these essential workers is as though they are sacrificial workers, as if they are disposable workers. And so this enhances and even makes more important the push that we are making to allow a path towards citizenship, so that they will have all of the full rights that anyone who is working hard, contributing to society, uplifting the condition of the American people as a whole, that they have the dignity and the support and the legal status they deserve. So that's how I feel about it. But there's no question when we look at it, we even know that almost 85% of Latino workers cannot work from home. And because, again, so many are essential workers, but they are exposing themselves to incredible harm to put food on the table of the people of our country, doing the work of providing health care and relief from pain and from suffering. Over 200,000 DACA recipients have been among the first responders and those who are working on the front line. And they, of course, deserve all of the protections that America once promised them, but under the Trump administration revoked that promise.